Well, it looks like we are live. I hope everybody's doing well today. Thank you all for being here. Give us a little bit of time to get everybody kind of in here and started tonight. But let me just say thank you for being here. Obviously, if you're going to catch this on the replay, make sure to remember to thumbs up us, subscribe to the channel, hit that alert bell, all of that good stuff. Very important. We always need your help and support, and we are very appreciative of that. So thank you all for being here. Cricket's in the house. Hello, Cricket. How are you? How are you? How are things in your part of the world? Did you do anything fun or exciting today? Oh, it's Friday in this part of the world. It is cold. It's been cold all day. It's been in the 30s. It warmed up into the mid 30s. Other than that, it's been kind of a chilly day here. Give everybody a weather update. It's cold.
Life doesn't stop when you're getting an education.
And it is Friday, so it's cold on a Friday. Cricket says, my mama made tamales earlier. Woohoo, nice. Before New Year. So are they for your New Year celebration? I love tamales, to be honest. It's what I do. I like them. But we like everything. We like to eat everything. We love sushi. We have to do some shopping this weekend and figure out what uh, we're doing a seafood thing for Christmas, you know. So it's good. I like seafood. We're gonna maybe have lobster, crab, some shrimp. We're gonna try to do a little bit of a Christmas boil, seafood boil. I think is what they got planned. I don't know, but thank everybody for watching us tonight and coming in. I need to move my ottoman a little bit. My footrest isn't in place the way I like it. 8 people watching. Thanks for the thumbs up. If you're in the background, 15. We just double the numbers. Come on up, drop a comment. Let me know who's all here hanging out with us. Give us a thumbs up. If you're new to us, subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a lot of good topic as we go through the night and people join us tonight. We always seem to have very spirited, interesting conversations. Rustin's in the house and says, hello. Thank you for coming forward, Rustin. How are you today? How are things in your part of the world? Thank you for the thumbs up. We appreciate that. We want YouTube to appreciate you, to appreciate us. So we need you to appreciate us so that we can do that. Doing pretty good. You know, it's Friday here. It's been cold all day. It's going to warm up over Christmas. We're going to be in the 60s for Christmas. So no cold or bad weather for us. I'm very happy about that. But doing pretty good, staying busy as always, trying to do our thing. How about you? What part of the world are you from? And if you don't mind me asking, I always like to ask, where is everybody kind of from? And what's exciting in your part of the world? Are you excited for Christmas? Is there a special thing you're going to do? Do you get to travel? Oh, you're over in Ohio. All right. Ohio. We have a lot of subscribers in Indiana and Ohio, Pennsylvania, all that region. We have them all over, but we seem to get quite a few that come in from that part of there. So you're in Ohio and you are very excited for Christmas. Why are you excited? What is making you excited? So I really don't do much for Christmas besides going to grandparents' house and have dinner. Yeah. Well, that's kind of the traditional thing. I remember when I was a kid with my brothers and stuff, Christmas Day, if the weather was good, we just went outside and played football. or baseball. So we never did anything too special either. Ah, so Rustin's excited because I like spending time with family and friends. That's always a good thing. And seeing what I'm going to open up in the morning. Well, that's good. That is good. Is there something particular that you're hoping that you're going to open up in the morning? Is there something that you've been wishing for and wanting for? It's not too late to to write a letter to Santa and say, Santa Claus, I need. So I really don't have a Christmas wish. I don't guess. PlayStation 5. All right. Nice. I'm not a gamer, but I know the PlayStation 5. Now, if I get this right, the PlayStation 5 has probably been out for 5 or 6 years, right? So, and they haven't made a new version of it yet, I don't think. So it must be a really good gaming console. I got friends that have them. I got a friend that has the driving simulator, with the chair and the steering wheel and the whole 9 yards. So I got a friend that has all of that. And I played that a little bit, and that's fun. But PlayStations, I don't think the prices even come down. That's what I mean. I think they've been on the market long enough that you would expect the prices to come down. So, Rustin, here's the question for you. What are the odds? And thank you all for the thumbs up, by the way. We appreciate the thumbs up. What are the odds that you're going to get a PlayStation 5? PlayStation 5 on Christmas morning. So, what do you think? What do you think? Is it a 50-50? Is it 70-30? 100%? Yeah, they're like $400. Yeah, I see them at Walmart and places, and I guess you can buy bundles, and they run like $4.99 or $5.29 if you get some games and some other things. Um, so Rustin is 85% positive that he's going to be getting a PlayStation 5. All right, that's a good thing. Those are good odds. The big white horse says PlayStation 4 is good enough. Yeah, well, it's especially if that's what you have, right? If all you have is a PlayStation 4, then it's obviously good enough, right? So, but if you don't have a PlayStation at all, let me ask you guys this because I don't do games. I'm not like that. But if I was going to buy one and never had one, would I want to buy the 5 or the 4? I already have a PlayStation 4, though. All right. So, what's the difference between the two? So, what's the difference between the two units? I don't have either. I don't play games, to be honest. I do puzzles instead, and I do research and watch documentaries. Not much. Horse says not much. All right. Then why would you? Is the PlayStation 5 more expensive than the 4? Logically, it should be. I would do a PlayStation 5 because it has more games on it. Okay, so it comes with more games already built into it. The PS6 will be out in 2 years. All right. And I know from talking to friends, I think I understand this right. All the PlayStation games from the previous models, like the 4, the 3, will work on the 5 or the 6, right? So you can integrate older games into the new consoles, if I understand that right? Or am I wrong on that one? I wouldn't mind having the driving simulator like my buddy has. But 10 people watching, whoever's in the background, please join the chat. Let us know who's here so we can say hello to you. And go ahead and give us a thumbs up. We got 11 people watching already. So you guys just come on and tell us what's going on in your part of the world. We're going to talk a little bit about Christmas, I think. We'll probably go down that road. And we can talk about whether things are real or fake. Is one thing that we might like, extraterrestrials or Bigfoot or science or religion or whatever you guys want to talk about is kind of what we can do. New consoles every 7 years. Not all the system takes the previous system's games. Okay, all right. Yeah, I don't. I get bored so easily. I think it would be really hard for me to dump that kind of money into something because I would probably get bored with it. I don't. Maybe I have the attention span of an ant, but I get bored quite easily. And I don't know if I could just play um, games a lot. So that's why we don't have one. We have the Nintendo. My wife has the Nintendo Switch. You can do it in your hands. I can't remember what that's called, but we have one of those. We never use it. Yeah, I hear a lot of people play Fortnite. So I mean, if you play Fortnite, it always has events and maps changing, new games every day. Nice. Yeah, I know people have play that. I know I got a good follower or subscriber from where's he from? Iceland, I think, who's big into that. He has a YouTube channel. Those systems really aren't worth the money. Yeah, computer is better. They may be. I don't know. I play. I do puzzles on my iPad. That's about all I do. So, and I read a lot. But I haven't found any good games for a computer. You know what I mean? I don't know of any good games that you could play on a computer. I also wish, and maybe this is just my lack of knowledge in the IT field, is I wish you could download apps onto your computer. So like you can on an iPad. I just wish you could download apps onto a desktop computer. So Rustin says, I have a computer in my room and it's too confusing to play Fortnite on that. That's why I like it on the PlayStation 5 or 4. So let me ask you this question. Why is it too hard to play Fortnite on the computer? What makes it difficult? Because I don't even think I've ever seen it. What is the theme of Fortnite? What is the theme of it? Is it like a first person player game where you go and shoot a bunch of people or something like that? All right. So it's the controlling device. I gotcha. I gotcha. So keyboard versus. Now, do they make the controllers that can go onto a PC? I know back when I was young, like a joystick. Do they have that available? Would that work? I remember using a joystick a lot for Atari. So maybe that's an option. If but then again, if you can play it on your gaming console on your big screen TV, right? Can it be on that? Right. So that might be a nice way to do it. I took computer program classes in the '90s. I was so bored with it fast. Yes. I never got into computers. Never did. I mean, just enough to work with them, to use them on my daily job. I use one now all the time, basically to do social media, a little bit of bookkeeping, but you know, and the young people coming up now, they know more about computers and technology than we were ever exposed to in the '80s and the '90s and the early 2000s. So I get bored easily. So yes, I don't sit on my computer all day unless I'm trying to make a video for YouTube or something like that. Then I'm on there. I do some phone calls on the computer through Facebook Messenger with people. I do that, and I like to do that on the computer because I can use the headphones and and do other stuff while we're chatting. And I can kind of like double up my time. So 12 people watching. Thank you all for the thumbs up. Whoever's hanging out in the background, please feel free to come forward. Say hello. Let us know who's all here tonight. Because the question is life real or is life a facsimile? Soul Cash Shorts Dave, I heard you have a special guest tonight. I do. I sent the link to that special guest. I'm not for sure if they got the link correctly, but Soul, I did send the link. I think all they got to do is click on the link and come in, is what I think. My nephews love the latest tech. We went through the same back in the day. Yeah. I mean, look, I remember one Christmas, my brother got a handheld game, a football game, and it had the little dots, dee, 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 and you would try to do the little dots against the little dots. That's how old I am. I remember that from being a kid. And then I had a friend that had an Atari, and we played Pong, right? Pong, a lot, and that was fun. What time is it where you're at? It is 6:30 in the evening here. So you should be resting 6:30 here, 30 degrees. He told me he's on his way. His girlfriend and him on the call. They are almost, that's fine. It's no hurry. It's no hurry. So no big deal to me. All work soul, but thank you for being here. Thank you all for the thumbs up and the shouts outs. So yeah, you're over in Ohio, so it's 7:26. So yeah, you guys are an hour ahead of us. The big white horses have a great jet chat. We will do that indeed. We always seem to have, the longer we go, the more interesting and wild and crazy chats we get. Sometimes we drive off into a ditch and, you're over in Ohio too. Well, that's where Rustin is. He's over in Ohio. So you guys are Ohio. Are you Ohioans? You know? So I'm sick. You guys living in the same state. Dayton, Ohio. I've been through there. It's cold in Ohio, though. Rustin, he said he's in Dayton, Ohio. So the big white horse is over in Dayton, Ohio. So we're in the center part of the country where it's cold. I'd rather much better. I would rather be in the Florida Keys, but it is what it is, right? You know. But yeah, one of the questions we were talking about last night is it's kind of like what is real and what is not. Honestly, don't know where Dayton is. Well, it's in Ohio. It's one of the biggest. It's the biggest city, I think. Columbus and Dayton are the two largest cities in Ohio. I think Columbus is the capital, and Dayton is kind of like the other big city. Would I be right in that, Big White Horse? Would you agree with that? Well, he's asking. Hang on. All right, let me look at it. Uh, oh, you can join whenever you want. Just click the link and come on up. I didn't have Messenger open, so you should have the invite there. Big White Horse is 45 minutes north of Cincinnati. Oh yeah, Cincinnati's the other big city, right? So you guys got three really big cities, if I remember right. But we're going to have somebody join us a little bit. He's from the North Dakota lands, the land of the frozen tundra. So we're going to have a guest come in and join and split the screen with me. We're going to try this tonight and see how well it works. That's what we're going to do. I got to admit, I know you guys live in Ohio. Never been a big fan of Ohio. Driven through it. It kind of reminds me of Kansas. It's kind of like, there's not a whole lot here. Um, but we know a lot of people over in that part of the world. So, me neither. Well, the real question is, how do you wind up in Ohio? I mean, how do we wind up anywhere? So cast 6 minutes until your guest will be here. All right, that's fine. That's fine. So I hope he's ready. I hope he's bringing his brain. So yeah, it's how do we wind up where we are? It's kind of weird if you think about the human psychology and um, how one or two decisions could change your life forever. You could go and be somewhere else. I think about all the time that when I was a kid, my dad got a pretty good job offered in Corpus Christi, Texas. And we thought about apparently moving there, and we didn't. But I often think, since I like to fish so much and I like the warmer weather, man, I think my life might have been a lot different if we would have went to Corpus Christi. So also, I lived in Florida for a year with my brothers, and I often think, man, if we would have stayed in Florida, life may have been totally different. So it's one of those kind of things for us, for me, that you got to think about. Is like, how do we get where we go? How do we get here? Most people, from what I've learned, they go where the job is, where they can make money, and that's it. Rustin says, "I'm subbing to you. Thank you. We appreciate that." Rustin, I need all the help I can get, my friend. As a small channel trying to grow, trying to do well, our channel is all about doing the right thing in life. We're currently trying to raise funds for Rice for Life Fund. What that is, my wife is from the Philippines, and we all know that the Philippines is a poor country. And so every year we donate rice to poor families in the Philippines because part of the tradition and or psychology or however you want to say it, the mythology is if you have rice the night before the new year, or if you have rice for the new year, then you're going to have a plentiful year. It means you're going to have a good food year. You may have good money. If you don't have any rice, then it indicates that you're going to have a very bad year. And so it's very important. One, they eat rice, right? So we all know that they eat a lot of rice, so it's not going to waste. And when they have it, it allows them to feel better for the upcoming year. So we've been raising a bunch of funds for that, and we will donate rice to the Philippines, to the people of the Philippines. So that's one of the things that we're doing right now during Christmas. The Big White Horse says, I like Salt Lake City, Utah. I've never been to Utah. I've always wanted to go. I've seen the pictures, and it looks beautiful. It looks stunning. I don't think, I know they have some from a business standpoint. There's a lot of telemarketing companies up there for some reason. No, Rustin is telling me, did you know there's actually a game that you can give free rice to people that need food? No, what's the name of it? What? That's interesting. Yeah. We've been helping the Philippines people out for years. This year we've just kind of blown it up, and it's gotten bigger. We've had friends say, "Hey, we know you're going to do this. Can we get involved?" Um, you can answer a question to give 1 grain of rice per what? So 1 grain of rice per well, what's the name of the game? That does, man, 1 grain of rice doesn't get you very far. I like to know the name of that game. So is it kind of like a Trivial Pursuit game where okay, so it's an educational tool. Interesting. I'm gonna Google that and see. I remember when I taught college, we had different games out there that we used would teach the life cycle and all kinds of other things like the Krill game about how the krill are the smallest in the ocean, and then they get eaten and somebody eats them and all that. So I might have to try to find that and check that out because I would probably find that interesting. But part of it is the psychology. You know, what we want to do to make people better in life is to prop them up. We never want to tear people down. We want to continue to prop them up. We want them to feel better about themselves. We want to encourage them to do the right things. We want people to understand what other people go through. That's partly why one of the things I talk a lot about is you guys as young people need to go travel. Everybody needs to go travel and experience a different world. But that's an interesting game. I've never heard of such of a thing. So it's a game about how you can, if you answer enough questions, you can feed people. Well, when I finally came, um, I'll tell you what the name is. All right, good. Because I like to know. Maybe I can Google it and play it myself. I got you. It's all right. That's good. Because I like trivia games. I do a lot of those. I like to answer questions. You know, I'm really big on knowledge, sharing knowledge, gaining knowledge. When I find the name of the game, I'll tell you what it is if you haven't already found it by that time. All right, Rustin. Well, I appreciate that. You know, I do. Especially if it's kind of I love trivia. So I like to learn everything about everything. It's one thing I encourage you all to do. Get out there and learn, learn, learn. Never stop learning. Study, study, study. Read, read, read. But here's the most important thing. You got to open your ears and listen. So we got a bunch of people in the background. You guys are welcome to come forward and say hello to Rustin and everybody else that's in the chat. It's always good for that. So Rustin, I know you're a younger person, but do you think everything you see is real? Is that something you're into at the moment? Do you think, do you believe everything you see type of thing? Because I find some of that interesting. You know, there's a lot of people that don't necessarily believe certain things. So Rustin says, yes, I believe everything I see. So one thing I'll tell you, I think it's here's some advice. It's okay to believe, but let me tell you to verify. Never take what you see as face value, meaning don't just look at it and go, "Oh, that's what it is." You got to go deeper than that. You got to verify if it's real or not. You always want to double check. You can trust but verify, as they say. Trust but verify. Let me give a quick shout out to my good friend Sanders, who's flying in an airplane right now on his way to Boston. I hope you're safe. I know you'll probably watch this later, so I hope you're safe. Well, what you have to understand is maybe here's a better way to say it for you. There's more to the story than what you see. So you may see something and go, oh, that's that. But there's a way bigger story around that item, around that issue, around that behavior. So that's what I'm encouraging you to do. You got to verify it. Yes, it may be a water bottle, but there's a whole bigger story to this. Why do we have water bottles now when 40 years ago we didn't have water bottles? Why is this water so good? You know, is this plastic bad? Is it bad for the environment? Is it good for the economy? So there's a much bigger story about things that we see. They tell us that this is good for us, right? So we believe it. But is it? How do you know it is or isn't? Because you read, you study, you learn. So you just don't take when somebody throws this up and says, this is good for you. Big white horseback. Dayton is the birthplace of the airplane. Visit Wright-Patterson Air Force Base if you ever get a chance. Well, I thought Kitty Hawk, South Carolina was the birthplace. Isn't that where the Wright brothers had their first flight on the bicycle with the the wings? Maybe you're referring to like motorized or something. But be ready, everyone. Special guest coming very soon. We better not disappoint. You're building the hype up. So resident says, "Oh, I get it now. Yeah, I'll be right back. All right, right, okay, all right. So that's what it is. Yeah, I like airplanes. I like seeing museums and things. I think you learn a lot, and I think they're cool to debunk the myth that we think we know. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, okay. So the first flight was in North Carolina, but the bicycle brothers, the Wright brothers who built bicycles, did that in Dayton, Ohio, and they went out to the Carolinas and flew. I wonder why they did that. I'm sure I've watched a documentary or two on it in my past, but I wonder why they would take their unit from Dayton all the way to the Carolinas. I don't know. I wonder why they did that. But I do know they had a bicycle factory. See, there's a whole lot more to the airplane than we ever know. A lot more to the jets and everything. So it's a much bigger subject. So the Wright Brothers Museum is in Dayton. Their bike uh, show, maybe, shoot. Tim's in the house. Hey, Tim, how are you? Thank you for being here. Tim, we appreciate you, my friend. How are you feeling today? Are you feeling good today? I know you said you got some tests next week. So bike shop. Okay. Oh, bike shop. I got you. Yeah. So they still got a bike shop for the Wright brothers. Tim is saying hello to everybody. So please hello to Tim. So is there still a bike store, a Wright brothers bike shop then? Oh, is okay. The bike shop is their museum. Okay. I guess what I was asking, and everybody say hello to Tim for me. Tim's a good friend out in the Philippines. Um, do they sell bicycles? I guess is my real question. Do they still sell bicycles under the Wright Brothers brand or something? I wonder. That would be interesting, right? Because I have a hybrid or electric bike out in the garage. So I just wonder if the Wright Brothers brand, which I don't know what their brand was, whether it was Wright Brothers or not, but um, that's kind of curious. Curious. So, but Tim, things are going good in America. Christmas is right around the corner, as you know. It is 30 degrees where we're at, but it's supposed to be 60 degrees for Christmas Day. But Tim, as you probably know, being in the Philippines, it really Christmas Day doesn't really mean anything. We got to go to the store this weekend and get a bunch of seafood because they're going to be eating seafood apparently on Christmas Eve at midnight. So that's when we celebrate Christmas. Apparently, is at Christmas Eve midnight. We got some Filipino friends that will be joining us, and they're going to make some food and eat food, and um, then we're going to go to bed because I'm old. Tim says, I found out that my BP machine was going bad. Okay. And it was giving improper information, brought a new machine and no problem. Good news. That's good news. That is, yeah. I know mine does that when the batteries are low. So, my blood pressure machine is a little sensitive to low batteries. So we always got it. We take the batteries out, but we always make sure full batteries are in it. But that is good news, Tim. It is. I'm waiting for this battery to start beeping. It's going to be beeping soon. They're saying within the next, 3 to 6, 8 months. I'm supposed to get the battery or get this replaced. So it's kind of weird, in a way. I'm sitting here and, I don't know. It's just kind of a weird feeling that I know that I need to have it replaced. It's going to be replaced, and all that. But just they won't do it until it starts to beep at me. Yeah, you have the power adapter for yours. I do too. I have the plug-in too. We don't seem to use it a lot, Tim, but we have that one. The Big White Horse says, I'm in many Filipina chats every day. All right. Which do you have a favorite Philippine channel besides mine? Because I know mine's now your most favorite channel. So, do you have some favorite Philippine related channels? I got a few. I got a few. I am back, says Rustin. Rustin is back. Thank you for coming back. We appreciate that. But yeah, Tim, we don't seem to hook ours up to the electricity. We just use the batteries more. And yeah. No faves. I have to be fair. Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. I don't know, to be honest. Um, I don't know who would be my favorite. I think it depends on, the genre of the Philippine channels. A lot of them are just the girls doing the dancing and the singing to try to raise money channels. Then there's are the expat channels, and then there's also the couples channels like ours, where we kind of do our everyday life, both in America and the Philippines, and immigration and travel, and whatever we come across, we kind of vlog and make videos of. So there's those different genres, and there's also the channel sharing channels. And look, what I do is I'm not a grow channel as they call it, but if somebody has a YouTube channel and they want me to shout it out, I'm okay with that. And if my moderators who are blue have YouTube channels, they know they can drop their links because I've got to know them well enough. Do you have a wife? Of course, yes, I have a wife. I got lucky. I married the most beautiful Filipina that ever came out of the Philippines, without question. Absolutely. Absolutely. Got lucky. I won the lottery. That's why I can't win the real lottery because I've already won it. So I keep trying to buy a lottery ticket to win the $800 million, but it doesn't seem to be working. Big White Horse, are you interested in marrying a Filipina? Are you married to a Filipina? Is there a thing that you have going for you that you like? What is it about the Filipina channels do you like? What? I need to record this one for finally hearing 10 years of marriage. Oh, I say it every live stream. Just ask Tim. Tim's been around in my live streams. Tim, how many times do I say that? I know you've heard it a lot. Allowed to win one lottery prize. That's it. But Tim, my wife is in the chat. You tell her that I talk about how great she is every time I'm on here, right? Come on, Tim. All right, let's add our little friend. Here's our guest for tonight.
Oh, what's up, everybody?
Not a lot. Rustin is eating fun dip. Good. Let me get caught up real quick. Big White Horse, I'm attracted to Filipinos, but I am single and 45. Well, we know a couple single ones over in the Philippines. So, all right. So this is Soul Linder. He's up in the great white north.
Gee, thanks, Dave.
Yeah, he's up in the land where normal people wouldn't go. So everybody say hello to Soul Lender. He has a YouTube channel, by the way.
Yes, sir.
So Soul Lender, tell me about your YouTube channels. What are you trying
Well,
to do?
oh God, where do we begin, man? I do basically a whole different. That can't speak. I do a mixture of content on different channels. This one's basically my main go-to of doing everything. Trying to spread it out a little bit more of doing content, not try to compile it as one big channel, I guess. So I got my shorts channel. Member, it looked like a member of mine was on that channel trying to hype you guys up that I was coming in.
Yeah.
So I do also do Twitch live streams off of YouTube. Besides doing YouTube, so if you guys do not see me live streaming here, I am doing that. So
All right.
yeah.
My good friend Tim in here says to my wife, because my wife's in the chat, I get tired of hearing how good Mrs. Pack is to you. See, Mrs. Pack? See, Mrs. Pack? Are you hearing that? You know. So, Soul Linder, what is your motivation in doing your YouTube stuff?
Basically, just perseverance of just keep on going, even though it's difficult sometimes. I got my crew, and I mean, if it weren't for them, I don't think I'd be here. I mean, not saying I wouldn't be here doing YouTube. I just don't think I would have the energy, I guess, as much as I used to when I was younger. So
Okay. So, you got a crew of people that help you with your YouTube channels?
not necessarily that they help, but they just branch out of helping out. It's just ideas, I guess, type thing.
Okay.
So it just all depends on the type of day of the content.
Right.
So
So, how do you think you're going to become successful with YouTube?
I guess it just all depends. I mean, it just granted, just keep on pushing the content out if it needs. Like, take the time if I need it. So
And what on your main channel here? What is your main content? What is your vibe?
I'm hoping with next year coming around, I'm hoping to just push towards vlogs, I guess, and doing live streams. I guess just helping others and just live stream more and more often with others if I can.
Okay. So, what's your holiday plan? Are you blogging or videoing?
Don't know yet. Still up in the air. I'm hoping if anything I'll make some shorts, if anything. So or just just give a or just Christmas Eve or anything. I'm gonna do a live stream if anything. My dad and I are not gonna be doing a whole lot. I might have to work, but I don't know yet. Don't know the schedule yet until tomorrow.
All right.
So
Well, it's good to have you on here. Hopefully, we can help you grow a little bit there. So,
hey, yeah, no worries. I mean, I'm gonna be here for you guys. Ask me anything. I'm always open to anything. So don't
yeah,
be afraid to ask me anything, guys. I'm gonna be here.
yeah. Well, let's just see how things go. Rustin was talking about God. Good, but this is a channel we're trying not to talk about religion and politics, avoid conflict. My wife says, yeah, we don't really get into. Um, Here's what I'm going to say about religion. And I say this all the time, and I'm sure Tim has heard this 5,000 times. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care if you're not religious. Uh,
Hmm.
it doesn't really matter to me. I think all faiths have a place, and everybody has a right to believe how they want to believe. And I'm not going to tell anybody they're wrong for believing the way they believe, period. So, same thing with politics. We all have our own opinions, just kind of like buttholes. We all have our own opinions, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong for having your opinion. My wife says we believe and we respect any other people's who believe whoever their God name is the action matters, your heart act Russian. Yeah, so it's not about what God you believe, but your action. And I'm big onto that. I talk about that a lot. Leading by example. So I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit, Linder. What do
What's
you
up?
do? What do you do to lead by example in life?
What do you mean by that exactly? I'm just.
Well, do you feel like you do a good thing in life?
I mean, I sure hope so. I mean, I do. But, with me having my crew, I mean, especially my producer, I mean, I give big praise to him helping with the channel. I mean, we did have a channel, not this channel, but the prior channel that, of course, it's still in existence. Don't get me wrong, it still exists, but there's no content on there because, granted, we lost the password to it. But I believe that, granted, both of us, we have fought for our own ends of just trying to be like, you know what, we may have lost the channel, but we were able to pick it up where it left off and, just start fresh. Like, not necessarily start fresh, but start a new chapter, I guess, of an
Yeah.
official channel where it began or where it should begin.
All right. So the big white
So,
horse says, I believe in a spirit of religiousness. That's my God. And I think that's fine. I'm a big believer. Look, and I don't like, one thing I don't tolerate, we have a couple rules on our channel that we don't do. We don't use any of the racial words or slurs as part of what we do on this channel. We don't talk about little children, and we don't make fun of anybody's religion. Bama Nolan's in the house, my good friend Bama. Bama, how are you, buddy? Are you having
welcome.
a day today, I hope? And Rustin says, same. Craig is in the house. Craig is from
What's
all.
up, Craig?
Thank you for dropping the link there, Craig. So, Craig, you and I should do this down the future too. You see how we're able to do this? It's kind of cool, right? So this isn't StreamYard; it's just YouTube.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird or different. I guess YouTube and StreamYard don't make any money off each other. So I guess YouTube decided they would figure out how they could do this. But
Mhm.
so do you have a big goal plan?
Not necessarily. I mean, I'm just hoping that, granted, we have a big enough crew. I'm just hoping that, down the line, we will all be able to collab of doing, some kind of big video type thing. I mean, granted, about 75% of the crew is all like within this area. So we're all like within, block, like in the city and everything. So, of course, we're all close by. So we can all come and just, collaborate if we need to. I mean, prime example, my producer, another person that we have that edits our well, she hasn't edited any videos yet, but she is a editor of ours. She's on the Twitch end. She does VTubing type thing, so like not actually showing her face, but she does, VTubing type thing. It's just I don't know how to really describe it because granted I haven't really tinkered with it, but she does that on Twitch type end.
Okay.
Makes it really unique. Granted, I mean she's a coworker of mine at my actual job, besides YouTube, of course.
Hold on a
Uh,
sec.
no
Rustin,
worries.
hold on, let me get caught up here. Rustin says, I have a random questions like the type of music you like. Bama says, I just got out of the hospital from a heart attack. 100% blockage in one of my. What the hell, Bama? We were just talking to you the other day. Damn. Well, you know how to reach me personally, Bama. I've gone through that heart stuff and the coma stuff, and damn, Bama, that's not good. But I'm glad you're, not dead, to be honest. Got out of the hospital from a heart attack, had 100% blockage in one of my arteries. So they probably put a stent in to open it up, right? The big white horse says, Bama, man, wish you a great recovery. I guess all the stress from the kids' issues finally caught up with me. Religious politics, not allowed, nothing left. I know. We just beat it. But we have a lot. We have mythology and astrology and, anything else we can come up with, Craig. Tim says, hope that you get feeling better soon. Yeah.
I agree. 110%.
Now, Bama, what I will say is this. You're probably going to feel a lot better in a few days. I know you've gone through hell, but when that artery is back to 100%, flowing, they got a stent, they open it up, they thin your blood out, they get things going again. You're probably going to feel way better than you have in a long time. So that's the good thing. We want to look at the positive side. Positive side is this: you didn't die. That's a good thing, my friend. Two, you're going to be feeling better. Ah, Craig's asking, did you have any visions, Bama? Did you see the other side? I think is where he's going. I hope you didn't have anything like my coma was. So I hope that was the case. But that's a good question. My channel is about the Philippines. Yeah, Tim has a channel and it's about the Philippines. Tim, you can drop your link anytime you want.
Don't worry, I'm still here, everybody. I'm just sharing this out to my people.
Okay. Because the big white horse, I don't know if you follow Tim, but you should. He's over in the Philippines. But we do know Filipinas, big white horse. If you're really interested in that, you can reach out to us and we can talk about that a little bit. So, but damn, you know, right before Christmas time, so I'm sure the family is extremely stressed. The other thing that might be good, Bama, um, is maybe the kids will take a chill. I know this is probably crappy of me to say, but maybe the kids will realize what could have happened, that you could have not been here anymore.
What if could have, should have?
Yeah. So maybe your kids it will help them mature and settle in a little bit. Tim's dropping his link. So yeah, that's Tim's link right there, right above you, big white horse. So all right. I thought it was acid reflux, but they definitely said it was a heart attack. Wow, it's scary. So did they already go in and put a stent in? So Big White Horse is sub to you, Tim. That's great. I hope you guys all sub to me too. Bama, I mean, have they done the stent yet? Are you still in the hospital? Are you hanging out with us from the hospital bed? What are you doing, man? Are you flirting with the nurses like Sanders would do? But Sanders is on a jet plane going to Boston. So, man, Bama, damn, Bama. And you're going to have to find a really good heart doctor. I have one, but we live 5 hours, 6 hours away. So, but having a really good heart doctor going forward is going to be important to you. But dang. So, we wish you well, my friend. But
I agree.
damn. And you never know. I mean, it was about this time, 6 years ago that I was in a coma. So I'm definitely was flirting. Bama, you better talk to your wife. Big John's in the house. Captain America, hello to you. Captain America, we got a guest here. So Linder decided he wanted to come in and join the live tonight. So Linder is actually up in your territory, John. He's up in the Dakotas. I've experienced shortness of breath 15 years ago. It scared me. A good one. It was diagnosed as a strain. Well, that's good. Yeah, I have heart failure, lung failure, and kidney failure every day. So I understand. And Night Horse, thank you for that. He's saying thank you for that. Tim is saying thank you. Hope you enjoyed Tim's channel. And I found out that I'm a diabetic. Well, that's good. Bad, but good. What I mean is, it's good that you know, but it's bad that you are. But now that you know, you can manage things better. Good way to check heart, Bama. Good way to check the heart, Bama. Yes. Big White Horse says, thanks, Tim. So, man, we had Tim, who was that? Ken told me that one of the YouTubers, the bloggers in the Philippines died the other day. Every Man Has a Story, that YouTube channel. I think Ken Unger told me that he passed away. Yeah. That's Tim. That's why I don't get too stressed over the autocorrect and stuff. And, Zoe Stone is in the house. Zoe, how are you? Thank you for the thumbs up.
That is one of my subscribers.
That's one of your crew, one of your subscribers.
Yep, just one of my
Zoe?
subscribers. Yep.
Zoe, we appreciate you being here. Thank you for the thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. It gets me to Mark Thornton, John says. Yeah, Mark Thornton with Every Man Has a Story, right, John? Karma. Mark Thornton passed away. Yeah. He had a good YouTube channel there in the Philippines. So you just don't know. Bama, and I think you're younger than me. If you and I were talking one time, I think you're a little bit younger than me. And I know that I watch your YouTube channel because Bama has a YouTube channel too, and you do hard work. You do real work. So yeah, I think Ken said that Mark Thornton passed away due to a stroke, right? So he had a stroke there in the Philippines. But that's crazy. So Mark lived where my wife pays her house in the Philippines. Okay, where their house is. Bama's saying, in my mind, I thought I was a diabetic about a year ago, but none of the doctors would test me. Well, that's stupid. But with the heart attack, I found it. Well, man, that's pretty shitty that they wouldn't test you.
That's not good one bit.
I mean, here, hell, our doctors like the money so much here, they'll test you every other day. Yeah, you and I are close to the same age. I mean, you may be a little bit older than me, and I may be a little bit more handsome, but, Big White Horse, the Philippines is a beautiful place. I hope to get a chance to visit one day. You should. And if you ever need advice about traveling to the Philippines, you just let us know. But yeah. So, Soul, where have you traveled to? Have you got to travel out of the state or anything?
I have not. I've only been to my home state, and that's about it.
Okay.
AKA Minnesota. Do not think I'm a Dakotan.
Yes. Yes.
As you guys can tell in the background, right there.
There you go.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want a Filipina because he has a girlfriend apparently. And we're not going to get him in trouble and talk about how he flirts with other girls online. So we won't do that to him.
Uh,
Oh, I didn't know that. Ken says that Mark, who had a good channel, a really nice channel in the Philippines, he did have a stroke, but he had a baby a few months ago. Holy crap. So he leaves a child in the Philippines, half Filipino, half American child. Wow. So he did a video about having a stroke and how people die, and then he had one. What a premonition. Was he foreshadowing his own death? I mean, did he somehow knew that was going to happen to him? That's something we need to talk about. Did he foreshadow his own death? Did he tempt fate by making a video about it and death came calling? Wow. Craig, what do you think? I know, Craig, you're thinking about something in there. Wow, that is crazy. So if I did a video about how, fat guys that wear hats fall down and hit their heads, and, then I do it, that's pretty creepy. So his young wife and new baby have no money now. Well, yeah, because of the YouTube. Yeah, because well, they were married. Depending, she might be able to claim some of his Social Security, depending, but she would probably have to get, and the baby would definitely. Now the child is half American, half Filipino, so it'd get roughly, $880 a month as a dependent. So she might need help figuring all of that out. But going to the U.S. consulate and things like that, her son, the child itself, would definitely get a Social Security check. Cosmic
hey,
Crusaders in the house.
That's my producer down there.
So that's your producer.
Yep, Cosmic Crusaders. That is my producer. Everybody, that is my handy dandy producer that is making the channel run with us. He's the main editor of my channel. So big shout out to him, guys. He doesn't do much uploads. It's a little strange. I don't know what's wrong with him, but I mean, he does it when he can. But he is a huge supporter of my channel. I mean, he knows that. I mean, literally, okay. When we were, I can tell you guys the backstory of the channel. Literally, I was hoping to tell this down the line, but he is the reason. Back when he had his original channel, someone actually commented on his video for me to make this channel named Solunder. So that is where this channel came into play. So, a little fun fact for you guys.
Yeah. Wow. Craig says, no ideal. Captain America says, hope so about getting the Social Security support for the child, which I know he can. Big White Horse says, my father died when I was a toddler. It was tough. It made me tougher than the majority. That's right. It toughens you up. Well, they can if they do the paperwork. If he's the biological father, she can definitely petition for Social Security benefits for that minor child without question. I mean, without question. And I think it's like $888 a month. Our good friend Flora's in the house. Hello to you. She's a Filipina in America with a great channel. She's got like 20 million thousand subscribers, it seems. So she's hanging out. Thank you for being here. My wife is in the chat. Maybe my wife will say hello to you. I can't remember which part of the Philippines you were originally from. Lorelei, my wife, was from Cebu, is where she's from. So, but yeah, Tim, you're going to have to do a lot of paperwork, and if somebody would help them with the paperwork, they should be able to collect that check for that child, and that would probably be enough money, to support them. So Craig's wanting to know I guess you're asking Solinder, right? What's the main reason for your channel? Are you trying to make money or a difference, or a platform, or influencing ideals?
To be honest, I mean that's more. Yeah, I'm not necessarily picky of where I want to be. I mean, I'm just glad to be on here overall. There's not really an answer to it, I guess.
Okay. Well, I think I can answer it. I don't know. Craig, I think those are great questions. What's
I
the
feel like
main
this is
reason?
more of I feel like this is more of a question from our producer of why we are or why we still have this channel as a whole. I guess. Like, granted, it's not necessarily just my channel. I give the behalf of my producer of the channel too. So I mean, I feel like that's more of a question on his end. I only if I could have my producer up here, guys, you guys would totally be able to see his end of answering these questions if possible.
Well, but the question would be then, why are you involved?
Mostly because I feel like I could, I don't know, open up with people of why the channel, like, it just inspires me of just doing other things besides just sitting around and just not engaging with others, I guess.
So Craig's at, and I think Craig, you and I are on the same page, because it's really curious that you have a producer, that you have somebody who's driving your vision or telling you what vision to have, and then you're executing it. Is that kind of the right way to say it?
Sorta. I mean, it's just more on just. I mean, granted, I could have done this by myself, but just how me and him think of the creativity of doing videos. I guess just the style of just seeing how people do it. See if we can try to impersonate, if not do a little bit better, type of deal.
So can you give an example of how you've done that? Because I'm curious.
That I don't know how to answer fully yet. Sorry. I don't know how to answer that question quite yet. I mean, I guess there's been just YouTubers I've seen that, like, you know what, I could try to do better, if not the same. I mean, with live streaming, I felt like I could do a lot better than I used to.
Okay.
That's like, I guess the best I can answer. I mean, I don't know how to really fully answer it because I mean,
My beautiful, let me get everybody caught up here. My beautiful wife is saying hello to Flora. She appreciates your channel. Tim says hello to Flora. Captain American says hi to Tim. Tim says, I do my channel for something to do. And then Craig is asking, he produces your thoughts as well, which is kind of like, that's kind of how it comes across. Tim says, Big Balut Man, John Balut, how are you, sir? Dennis is in the house. Dennis, thank you for being here. We appreciate you, my friend. He says Elon Musk is is my assistant. There you go. I was thinking I like Elon, and I was going to call Elon my bitch, but I like Elon. Dennis saying hello to Craig. Craig says hello to Dennis. Dennis, where's your arm candy? There's no arm candy. My wife is my arm candy. I'm getting seasick from the co-host. Yeah, so you're bouncing around a lot, is what they're saying.
Yep, no worries. I apologize in advance, you guys.
Yeah, so that's why I have a setup where I sit and can talk, and I talk with my hand too much, and I know that.
Yep.
Captain America, I'm pressure cooking beef tongue. Ew, you and your beef tongue. I think I might develop a live biking building channel once I get enough subscribers. I do mountain biking and razor scooters. Oh, all right. That's kind of cool. Rustin says, have a great rest of the day. Well, it's you got to start the channel about a passion that you have, right? And then you grow from there. So you should start it by just doing stuff about your bike. And what do they say in the Field of Dreams, the movie The Field of Dreams? If you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come. So Dennis, I haven't talked to you in a couple of days. How are you? Did you enjoy the Christmas party, Dennis? I didn't get to talk to you since then. You're gonna watch your fish eat? Okay, Dennis. Ta till later. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the fish eat. Wow, man, we've had a weird night. Bama had a heart attack. The I can't remember his name. Very
Don't worry, I'm
distracting.
still here, everybody. Just letting everybody know.
All right. Very distracting videos. I know he's bouncing around too much, right?
Well, I'm not gonna be moving. I'm just gonna keep my camera or phone where it's at. So.
All right. Big White Horse, I'm not concerned about the money. I learned to live broke. There you go. Did you get a fish? What kind, Dennis? So, Lorelei, you talking fish. Craig and Lorelei is going, I think Dennis is making the point that watching a fish eat would be more entertaining than our live stream, is what I think Dennis was making a point about, right, Dennis? So, Cosmic Crusaders, very lender, not organized. Correct. You got to put some professionalism into your system and yourself, get it together, be professional, try to have coherent thoughts and all of that good stuff. Yes, I've been smart as I don't want to watch the other guy eat. Correct. Yeah, eating live on a camera is not a good thing. And unless you're a hot, sexy girl and you do the mukbang thing from the Philippines. Yeah, he's running around like a headless chicken.
Hey,
Crusader says.
that's my producer for you.
Well, but he's giving you some advice, is what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
So, and these people are telling you that if you want to grow your channel and do live streams, you're going to have to do a lot better.
Yeah.
My wife says, "Oh, I thought you had a pet fish." Dennis. The point of the channel towards people habits to become habit forming. Captain America says. Great Prairies YT is the right place for the Big White Horse. Yeah, for living poor, it is. It is. I agree with you. So, all right. So hopefully the soul lender can settle himself a little bit. If you're Big White Horses, if you're popular enough, people will come and watch you sleep. Yeah, I can't do the sleeping channels. I can't watch those. Those are something that are extremely pathetic. But maybe I would watch Elon Musk sleep, I guess, hoping some of his intelligence would ooze out. The internet is weird that away, Cosmic Crusader says. Clickbait. Everything's clickbait. That's why I put my picture. That's why I'm on here, because when people come to the live stream and they see this handsome looking hat wearing man, telling you, John, that's my clickbait. There is a lot of clickbait out there, and there's too much of it. And I think Soul Soother Diana was talking about the other day when it comes to ghost busting channels that there are a lot of that is clickbait. Tim says, I've been monetized for over a year, yet to collect any money from it. Well, so you got to make $100 before they will pay you anything. So your ad revenue has to, be enough to be equal to $100 because YouTube only pays out in $100 increments. So until you have $100 worth, then you're never going to get paid. So the other problem you may have, Tim, is being a Philippine channel, being in the Philippines, your IP address, you're going to get paid a whole lot less per advertisement than I would. So, yeah. Cosmic Crusader says, if you're consistent enough, things will happen. I agree. I think you got to stay at it. You got to work at it. You got to continue at it. I know, Tim. My wife says I could barely get 1,000 subs in my Lorelei blog and Facebook because it's hard in Facebook too. Tim says, I know about that. Really don't care about the money. Camping in the Philippines would be a good idea. You know, what's funny is thinking of the Philippines and camping. The Philippines is like camping. For a lot of the Philippine people living in the nipa huts and living in the province, is a lot like camping. Like we, as Americans, would consider camping. It's a lot like that. It just is. We would think we're camping. But what I did notice the last couple of years, there are wealthier Filipinos who now have taken up the hobby of camping, going out and tenting and doing those things, which I think is really funny. Craig says, but Facebook pays up to 8 times more than YouTube. I think they do better in Australia than they do in America, Craig, because Facebook doesn't seem to pay that much here. Well, all right, Tim, that's kind of what I was getting at, right? There's no difference between camping and living here. Exactly. A lot of people don't have running water and toilets, and they're sleeping on dirt floors or bamboo, and the nipa huts are like little tents or big tents, whatever you want to call them. They cook on outdoor stoves, right? So I think that's an interesting concept. When I started noticing that some of the richer Filipinos who live in the big cities and have money have taken up camping, because I've seen some of those channels and I thought it was really, really funny. A Filipino going camping. I never thought I would see that in the Philippines. My wife has gone camping here in America, and I think she enjoyed it for the most part. It probably felt like she was back at home, but Lorelai and I used to go camping. It's all right, Sholender. Don't worry about it. He said his girlfriend called him and said, "What are you doing? Why are you doing that? You better behave." So his girlfriend was checking in on him, making sure he wasn't flirting with other girls, what he was doing. So yeah, but we've gone camping here, and I think Lorelai's enjoyed it. Big White Horse says, my family's from the mountains of Virginia, so lived in tough conditions, outhouse, and no plumbing. Well, then you would fit in the Philippines. People who live down the street cook on wood fires and don't have electricity or running water. Exactly. There's a lot of, even in the cities, and you think, oh, no. Even in the cities, you have encampments, is what I call them. I don't know what else to call them. You have a group of people that have these makeshift homes And that's what they do. No water, no electricity. They just made some shelter in the dirt field, and it's like a little encampment. And that's common in the cities and in the province. So yeah, I don't know if my wife enjoyed American camping. American camping is easier than Filipino camping. I mean, when we go camping in America, we take fans and generators. We take nice cushy mattresses. Sometimes we take a TV to watch the football game. So, you know, not quite the same thing. Wow. So yeah, he loves big white horses. I love that type of living, the rural living, and I have a background in mechanical engineering, which allows you to kind of figure out how you can manipulate things and do things, right? That's funny. That is funny. Maybe you would enjoy living in the Philippines then. I mean, that's one thing I tell expats and Tim and everybody, Craig, everybody who's in and out of here knows that if you're used to the finer things in life, the really finer things in life, the Philippines may not be the place to be. Yeah. See, Ken says when I go camping, I rent a 40-foot RV. Exactly. I mean, yeah, I can create anything. That's good. That is useful. Hey, Craig, everybody say hello to Ken, please. Ken saying hello to bro. And Provish. That's right. We're poor in America. We rent. Well, I'll tell you, as everybody says hello to each other, which I appreciate, and all the thumbs up. Here's what I say. I like hotel camping. I like camping at resorts. Look, I've done the American version of outdoor boondocking, where you're out in an area and you don't have power and crap. No, and I've done American camping, where you have tents and electricity and a picnic table and everything. And right, so Ken, that's where I'm going. I would prefer glamping. I want to go to a luxurious resort or a cruise ship and go camping. The book Hooked by Neville with Ryan Hoover has a lot of things to do for a successful startup. Okay, so maybe I should read that book. Hooked. All right, I'm gonna hooked. Okay. Craig says bar pool AC for me too. Glamping is good. It is. The older you get, I mean, who in the hell wants to sleep on the ground? I don't want to wake up in the morning and the freaking backache to the end of the world. I don't want to smell like smoke and dirt. I want to smell like cheese and wine. So we don't go camping anymore. We haven't got to take a nice vacation in a while. When I travel, I got to go to the 5 stars. I only get so many vacations. Right. And that's one thing we do. We try our best to, when we go on cruises or we go on trips, we try our best to elevate ourselves because we only get to do these things so many times. When we go to the Philippines, we stay in nice hotels because why not? The money's not that bad. I like having a little bit of butt kissing done to me. So, you know, Tim says, I need a good bed because I have a bad back. Well, that's my point. I have a bad back and bad everything else. I want to enjoy life. And at my age and my health, roughing it now doesn't sound good. And look, and I love to fish, and you guys know that. And fishing's the only thing I would do if my legs would allow me, where I would go out and do rough fishing. But even in this day, I want to stay at a luxury resort then go down to the marina and get on the boat with a guide and go fishing. I need a good bed for the butt kissing. That's right. Well, and for all of us that are married, uh, for all of us that are married, our wives need, right? What do the wives need when we take them to resorts and places? So, what do we, that's part of the equation. I know, Ken. I know. Okay, hold on, everyone. Hold on. Ken says Maureen thinks I'm nuts for what I spend, but I tell her, "Live it up, girl. I'm leaving for the States, and you're going back to the." So maybe we'll do another thing down the road because I'm not going to be on here super long today, but we'll do another invitation and maybe you can work on getting you a studio or a location set up so that you're not so chaotic and driving people bonkers with all of the flashes. So just hang in the background and join us in the conversation. But I like that, I like that. Go back to the hut. Big White Horse says, I remember my grandmother cooking on an old wood oven back in the day. The kitchen seemed like it was 200 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer. I know. I know. That is a good one, Ken. I like that. But that's kind of how we feel. It's kind of like, we don't buy the most expensive room at the cruise ship. We don't do that. But when we take our excursions, we pay for the good excursions. We pay for the VIP treatment because I want to do that. So Solinder is going to be working on his camera and stuff like that. So he's not moving around so much, which will be good. But no worries. Yeah, we'll do another one down the road here. So, but yeah, young channels, you're learning, you're growing, and that's a good thing, Solinder. So the people that were in my chat today are very smart people. They've been around the YouTube world a long time. And so when they're saying things, they're giving you advice. I have low battery on my phone. I might be dropping off unexpectedly. Okay, Tim. Well, maybe you need to get a battery pack. I had a battery pack. We got a battery pack in the Philippines for like $10. Hang on, here it is. We got one of these, Tim. I better plug my phone in. See, I'm going to plug my phone in, Tim. Well, we're the same way. I mean, it's why not? When you go on vacation, don't chintz out. And look, and I know there's a lot of theories out there about when you go to the Philippines or Thailand that you're going to live like a millionaire for a week or a month or whatever. And I know there's a theory out there, or part of the topic is, look, if we do that with a girl that we may want to marry, is it sending her the wrong message? Solinder is dropping his link there. Come check me out when you guys get a chance. They will. Enjoy. Thanks for helping me reach 435 subs. Hope it makes it 440. You will. You'll get there. You just got to keep working at it. But I'm not saying I know how to do YouTube, and I'm not saying I'm good at this. But I would highly recommend that you improve your public speaking, your mannerisms. You get a little bit more together, and I think it would help you greatly. Um, you know. Ken says, I take it back to the Philippines every trip. Yeah. I still have the power bank. Well, Maureen gave me years ago. Oh, okay. Yeah. We got this. I think it was only $10. And I kind of laughed at my wife when she got it, me. But I use this thing like crazy when I'm live streaming. This is my best friend. I mean, this is something I use a lot. When I'm taking you guys fishing and doing a live stream, this is on me. So Solinder says, I get a camera for YouTube nervous. I got you. Well, and you got to just work on that. And does anybody have any tips about how Solinder could be less nervous or do his blogging better? And see if anybody has any tips there for you. My thing is to take a deep breath, calm down, and be ready. Be stable, be organized. Present yourself in a manner in which people want to see. And that's what, during the summer, I show off my beautiful tropical shirts. Remember, you are competing against 51 million. Ooh, damn, Craig, I like that. Can I steal that, Craig, from you? Remember, you are competing against 51 million channels. Wow, Craig, I like that. Damn. I think that's a good point. Solinder, remember, you're competing against everybody else in the YouTube world. And like you saw in my chat there, they didn't like what you were doing. So, wow. Is that Romo's brand power bank? Yes. It's a Romos 30. I don't know what the 30 stands for. I don't know if anybody knows what that stands for, but it's a 30. It's a China one. It's a Sense 8. It's from China. But I got to admit, I kind of laughed at my wife, but I use this thing like crazy now. Same brand, Guns and Ammo's in the house. Everybody said hello to Guns and Ammo. Thank you for being here. Captain America says, fake it until you make it. Show some confidence. There you go. And that is part of it. It's, got to remember when you're doing YouTube, if you're not comfortable, then act like you're somebody else. Be somebody else until you get comfortable with who you are. So pretend you're that polished YouTuber that you want to be. Same brand, but mine is smaller. Okay. Size of the credit card. Wow, you got a little bitty one. Wow. I got to admit, this one's really heavy. And what I do is I got a little basket that I hang on my tripod or my scooter when I go out, and I hang it and keep it there. But this one's pretty heavy. I don't know how much it weighs, but I would say 2.5 pounds. Craig says, Solinder says, Craig and White Horse sub to you both. Good. Thank you. Thank you. So, Adelie is in the house. I don't know if I pronounce that right, but I'm going to butcher that name. So we just call him E, Big E in the house. Thank you for being here. It says C. So thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, it's so small and easy to travel. I bet. I wonder how much it is. I never checked. I think Lorelei paid about $10 for this in the Philippines, USD. I wonder how much this would be if I bought it in America. Because I wouldn't mind having that small credit card size one. Sub to you, Guns and Ammo. Thank you for that. Lender, thank you for doing that. That's how one of the way you can gain subscribers is go. And now look, let me just say that you need to subscribe correctly. So for everybody that subscribes to me, I want you to do it correctly. So you don't got to be in a hurry. Go and watch a video, make a comment, hit the thumbs up button, then you subscribe and you hit the alert bell so you get notifications. But you got to watch a video. If you just go subscribe to the channel, it's not going to count. Smoke break for Craig. Oh, okay. Hang on, Ken. I'll get caught up, but I want to Google Ken's thing here. Let me just type it in so I have it. And how many hours do you get on that, Ken? Hi, man. I'm just a Moroccan guy. Okay, we'll call you Moroccan guy. I just knew from this live stream what you're doing, talking about. Anyway, you look very charming, man. Well, Moroccan guy, we appreciate you being here. We appreciate you subscribing to the channel. We're talking about anything. Is what's going on in your part of the world? Is there anything that you're concerned about? Is there anything you would like to share with a bunch of Americans and a bunch of Filipinos? Do you think Filipino women are more prettier than Moroccan women? I was with Maureen when she got it, and it was around 500 pesos. So yeah, about $10. Okay. I better. My is my internet is coming up with all kinds of weird stuff for that name. The tree I was telling you about. All right, I don't know. Somebody sent me a thing about a tree. Somebody sent me a thing about a tree. Ken says it was good last time. I changed my iPhone around 3 times before I needed to recharge it. Wow. So, Linder, thanks for having me tonight. Absolutely. We appreciate you being here, and we hope that we can help you as a young person move forward. So, Moroccan women are beautiful. Yes, Ken says. But the question is, now we already know from Dennis, who's in Canada, that he prefers Colombian women. But what the question is, which are better, the Filipino women or the Moroccan women? Why did you delete the message? Now, you don't have to delete his message. It wasn't bad. Moroccan women are so sexy. It's okay. That type of wording is fine. So we don't have to delete his message about that. There is nothing bad in it. The woman in the house is the better. Yeah. Ah, there you go. My wife says, whatever woman is in the house is the best. Ken, I hope Maureen doesn't see this or you'll be in trouble. Solon says, I hope next time that you and your producer can get together. Yeah, just good. You guys need to coordinate and practice and rehearse things like that. Ken says both are very sexy. Ken, yeah, Lorelai, she's listening. I'm telling you, you guys can't get anything past my wife. She's listening and watching. Dog check. They're sleeping. They're in the other room. They're tuckered out and they're sleeping. They've had their food and their medicine, and they are just sleeping. No, I'm never in trouble. I'm just on it. Well, shit. Then your Marine is way better than my beautiful wife because I'm always in trouble. I can't have an opinion about anything. I get in trouble. I've learned if she says anything, I'm like, I don't know. I don't remember. Remember, I was in a coma. My brain is squishy. I know nothing. I know she's listening. So I'm always in trouble. I'm like, I don't know what answer you want. Just tell me what answer you want, and I will tell you what answer it is. I will give you the answer if I know what you want me to say. Oh my God. Big White Horse says, it's bedtime for me. I got to go to bed. I will see y'all later. I'm going to go to bed and dream of beautiful Moroccan and Filipino women cooking over a fire. Is our friend from Morocco still here? I got a question. Do people go camping in Morocco? Or is life, I don't know. I mean, I've never been to Morocco. Looking forward to my upcoming stream outside of YouTube on my community tab. Excellent. Nice. You should do that. Have plans and follow through with them and just keep doing it. You'll get better and better and better. You will. But I just wonder, because since we're talking about camping in the Philippines, you know. Sorry, I forgot. I was trying to find Ken's battery pack because I want to buy one. So, what are these called? They're called battery packs, right? Is that what they're called? Or are they called chargers? I found something on Alibaba. Do we even sell these in America? Soul Hunter says they love camping. Yeah, well, you're young. Sleeping on the floor is not that big of a deal to you. So, when you get older, so these things are called chargers, right? A power bank. All right, let me do that because I'm coming up with all kinds of weird crap. Ken says, I think they go camping in Morocco on camels. I mean, I'd like to go to Morocco. I mean, just the name of the country sounds cool. And I got a feeling they have really good food there. What do we call these? Power banks? Power bank. Power bank. Oh, look at that. I don't think that brand that you have we can buy in America because it doesn't come up, Ken. But let's look at Amazon. So this, I got to figure out how these are. So mine is a Soft Fit 3. Yeah, um, not coming up. I mean, when I use that, let me go here. Let's see. Our friend from Morocco says Moroccan women are known for their natural beauty. Yes, cultural richness, warmth, and strong family values. They are resilient, stylish, and often maintain a deep connection to. So they sat. Look. All joking aside, our good friend from Morocco, um, they sound like Filipino women. But and this is going to get me in trouble. And I'm really glad Diana's not here because she'd be mad at me. But here's what I'm going to say most women from countries that are not America or Canada are like that. Maybe you can exclude Germany and England and a few of the other first world countries. But if you get away from women in first world countries and move away from first world countries, I think the women are like that. I think they are. Model number PH30. See the Philippines 30, right? Let's see if we can find one that's for sale. Well, they're definitely not going to be $5. Hell, I found mine. Mine is $37 in America at Walmart. Oh, here's our Double Rose twins, Sims Gaming Channel. Thank you for coming in, Double Rose. We appreciate you. If you guys will all please say hello to Double Rose. We appreciate them very much for supporting our channel. They are a couple of superstars on the internet, if you didn't know. Soul Lender, you should go to their channel. And I know you're not a girl, but you should go to their channel and kind of watch their channel. And you can get a vibe for how to conduct yourself on a live stream from watching them. They're happy, they're upbeat, they're positive, and I think that goes a long ways. So, I'm not trying to blow smoke up their butt, but it's just the way it is. I am still trying to, Ken, yours may not be available anymore. I'm going to keep looking, but I don't think yours is available anymore. It's definitely not available over here. So, Linder, I shared out your stream on my community tab. Thank you for doing that. We appreciate that. Double Rose says it's always great to be at your house. Thank you. We hope everybody enjoyed our big Christmas party. That was our big thing was that last Saturday? Or Saturday? I don't know. It seems like a long time ago. But Soul Lenders, they got good channels, they got a good vibe. They know what they're doing. Yeah, but I'm going to look for a smaller one, Ken. Many blessings for you and your families. Thank you. We hope you have a great holiday season ourselves. Try to come here. You will feel at home. Trust me. We'd like to. Morocco is, look, we got a huge bucket list, and Morocco's not in the top 10, but it's definitely in the top 20. Our good friend Anything is Possible is here. Has another great channel, a great family channel, a safe channel, it's a good channel. So you guys check him out. Anything likes to, anything, do you go camping? We enjoyed your Christmas party. Thank you, Double Rose. We appreciate everybody. We had like 1,400 people coming in and out of that live stream that night, which I thought was fantastic. We had a lot of great comments. We raised a lot of good money that night to provide rice to the poor families in the Philippines. And we're really close to our mark. You know, Chasing Tail Outdoors donated $100 last night, and Diana donated money when she came here, and Ronald, the professors, donated money. So we're really close to reaching. We've already reached our 250-pound goal, and now we're pushing for even more. So I think very happy about that. So we appreciate everybody who's helped out with our Rice for Life Fund. Soul Lender said sub to Double Rose. Oh yeah, I'm a happy camper. Yeah, I knew you like camping. We're talking about the older you get, the more we like glamour camping. Tim says there are many good power banks available, and unfortunately, quality does vary greatly. Yeah, I'm going to study some. Oh yeah, Anyfin's a real man. You know him and PA Outdoors. I don't know if you saw his video. There's PA as I speak of him. He went out and he did real camping. He went out in the back of his damn truck in 10 degrees weather and went camping. So I mean, PA Outdoors is the man. Thank you for the membership gifts. We appreciate that, my friend. Thank you for coming in tonight. We really do. Timmy Stories got one and Chasing Tail got one. That's great. Chasing Tail donated to our fund last night to provide rice. So thank him for that if you guys ever see him. Cheers, all my people. Jose's in the house. Glamour camping here nearby. That's right. And even, yo, PA, dropping gifts like Santa. He is. I still can't believe he went camping in the back of that truck in the dead of winter. Jose, hi, host. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for the thumbs up. Thanks, PA. Yes, PA is a great channel. So you guys subscribe to him too. Yes, Christmas party was fun. Tim was in there. So got to see that. I'm going to do, well, we got some other remotely live streams we're going to be doing too. New Braunfels, Texas. Camping. Okay. Let's camp in Texas. Please subscribe. Yes, everybody needs to subscribe to PA. He's working on his numbers. And he's also subscribing to everybody else. You guys know how to get a good night sleeping while camping? Drink a lot of alcohol? I don't know. How? Anything? How? PA Outdoors couple. That's what we do. Yeah, it's look, I've gone camping and I liked camping. No, me. Oh, God. You smart ass. I thought you had a real good tip for us, buddy. You know, I knew Craig was going to come in and say, alcohol. You know, that's the best way to do it. My appendix, I think that's what it was. No, my gallbladder. I was camping with friends one year, many years ago when I was still young. We were catfishing, and my gallbladder had to be surgically removed. I mean, I went bonkers. So that's one camping trip I remember. Whiskey makes the bed comfy. PA, I sub to you too. So everybody keeps subbing to each other. You guys are doing great on that. So, but yeah, we're going to do, I think Lorelai is going to, her friends in the Philippines want to live stream or be a part of some of the rice that we're giving away. So you guys will get to see that we're actually giving the rice away. So the girls in the Philippines are excited about being on camera again here on our channel. That's what I'm trying to say. Also gets rid of the mosquitoes if you still wake up with bites. Yes. Tim says hello. So yeah, we like camping, but we're too old for camping. Glamping is what I do now. I've always wanted to go on a houseboat camping. You know, like a luxury. I mean, a tough man's houseboat. Anything. I always thought it'd be really fun to be on a houseboat in the middle of a lake or a river, kind of like the movie uh, Citizen Kane. Is that what it is? No. What's the movie? God dang it. Raystown's Lake PA. They rent. Yes. Yes. See, I've slept on my pontoon boat while I was fishing when I was younger. So, but I thought, staying in a nice one with a beautiful environment would be cool. Um, Tomorrow is winter. That's correct. Tomorrow's the first day of winter. Jose says the place has 145 cabins and 200. Damn, that's a big campground. Wow, 250 RV spots? And it's in South Texas, right? Which means they probably get a lot of winter guests. I've got friends who used to do that. They would go down to Brownsville. I can't remember the name where they would go, but down by Brownsville for 4 months out of the year. Any event, I want to do sleep on one of those floating bayou houses. Yeah. I don't know about that. I'd be worried about snakes and alligators eating me. But I'm with you. So, we have 70 here until March. Dang. Wow. That's really cool. We've stayed in RV resorts where we've actually gone on fishing trips with guys, a bunch of guys. We booked a park model. I think you call them a park model. And we were able to stay 3 or 4 or 5 days and do some fishing like in Florida. I've done that before. So, and that worked out pretty good. RV people, yes. We thought about becoming RV people, but yeah. Tim said that he lived 20 miles from there. Wow. Did you like it, Tim? And even says, Paul and I, fishes in the snow today. We're kind of a big deal. You are a big deal. You're a rock star in the YouTube fishing world. You are indeed. You do a great job. I think you do a great job. You've got your niche figured out, and your lives are good when you're fishing. I think you've got your camera angles set up. You've got everything kind of figured out, anything. So I think you're doing really good with it. And Soul Linder, maybe you could go to Anyfin's channel and study a little bit of what he does. Yes, hi Tim. Yes, this is near Whitewater Amphitheater. Wow. Our winter is 3:21 a.m. for you and I, Dave. Okay, nice. Winter is turning on. I've got absolutely nothing figured out, brother. Fly by the seat of my pants. Well, the good thing is you look like you know what you're doing. That's one thing I learned teaching. I walk into a class of adults I've never seen in my life that work at a company, and they come in, and I'm teaching a subject, and I'm like, shit, what am I doing? Well, I'll just fake it. I'll just pretend I know what in the hell I'm doing. So I've done that many times. I've walked in front of huge crowds going, well, I'm just going to pretend I know what I'm doing, buddy. Inside, I'm drowning every day. I know, man. I'm with you. Universal City, Texas, Tim lived in. Wow. But that's what you do. You get up there and you present an image, and you just keep doing what you do. And we learn and we grow from it and we get better and better at it. Fake it until you make it. That's it. I did that when I did private consulting work. I did a lot of private consulting work for years with individuals and corporations. And you really got to know your audience and size up things. And I would have to go in and quickly assess, am I talking in big words? Am I talking in little words? Am I just listening? Greg says, sounds like a virgin on her wedding night. Fake it until you make it? Oh, I already showed you this afternoon how the winter looks. Yes, snowing. It's snowing where Solinder. They got snow on the ground in the Dakotas. Sounds like a virgin on her wedding night. I live up near Marion, FM 78. Farm, I don't know what FM means. Maybe Farm Road 78? Randolph. Okay. Same here when I first got in the car business 38 years ago. I faked it until I made it. And now you can make it, right? And now you're doing it. Wife works at the base. Ah, very nice. When I guided, I learned it was the most important to make sure people were fed and happy and maybe catch them some fish. I agree. You got to know your audience. They want to be, and I'm the same way. Look, when I charter things, and we do quite a bit of charters, we've done a lot. My big key is I want them to be really good to my wife. I want them to get, to entertain. I don't want a pissy person that I'm out on a boat with. I want to be entertained a little bit. I want to talk and have a good time. Close to Farm Road Farm Market. Oh, okay, Farm Market. There's a good meat market there. Yep. I took a few years, but I made it. You did, and you've been doing well. Might have a 6-pack under the seat for emergencies. That's it. But the key is, you need to ask your clientele, what do you need? You need to kind of start figuring out what they're really saying. Because when I call you up and I order a charter or I want to buy a car, I want to buy a house, I give you a lot of words, and you got to kind of figure out what that means. Good call, any fin. Yeah, beer always works. And just in case. But that's how I am. I want the guides to be. I guess I'm kind of picky. I don't want them to be smoking because I'm a non-smoker. Even out in the ocean, I don't want the cigarette smoke going, and I want them to be happy. I want my guides to act like they're happy. If they're miserable, then we're going to be miserable. They don't know what they need. My clients were rich folks who needed adventure. That's it. You know? And then of course, look, when we're all children. All right? Here's what we have to understand. We are all children. So when we do something good, reward us by saying, "Holy crap, that's a big fish. Nice job." That's what we want. You don't want to pour it on too thick, but wow, that's a nice fish. Let's get it in here, and show some excitement, enthusiasm, because we're all children and we all want to be made feel good. How do you win people and influence people? Read that book. It can help you in any part of life. So I think it's a big deal. You make people feel good. I've told my wife for years, how do you move up in a company? By making other people around you feel good. It's not about how hard you work. It's about how you make people feel. If they feel like, wow, I like being around this person, then you move up the ladder. Tim says, some of those are very childish, especially me. I was thinking, Tim, when I said that, I was really thinking of Tarzan the Ape Man, John Blute, is what I was thinking. Captain America when I was thinking childish. But yes. But I think it's true. It's. All right, my friend, we appreciate you. Thank you for being here. And God, stay warm and enjoy those fish. I try to make my girl feeling like a princess. It really works though. Well, maybe you're not trying hard enough, or maybe you're trying to make her feel like a princess she doesn't want to be. We got to figure out what type of princess do they want to be. Some women like guns and camo, and some women like fine dining and roses. So, which one is she? Sames and sales make the customer feel good and you make money. That's correct. My brother is in sales in Dallas and he does very well. And he's been doing it for years upon years and makes a very good living at it. And that's exactly what he says. His job is not to sell, his job is to make people feel good. Because when they feel good, they buy. And that's it. So, and I try to do that on my little YouTube channel. I try to make everybody feel good. Try to make you guys all feel included. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I try that even here at the YouTube. Tim says it's starting to rain. Woo, rain, baby, rain. Rain, baby, rain. Huh, Lily's looking weird. But yeah, that's the key. With my students, I would do the same. I would try to assess my students. Who's in my room? What do they have? I think my dog. You need to go out, Lily? No? So my students, what I would do is assess my class, get to know my audience. And once you start to get knowing your audience, sorry guys, I got to move around a little bit. Let the dogs go out. Because there was a lot of times I would teach groups of workers from a corporation like Tyson's. And, you'd have 20 hourly workers and you might have one upper hourly worker, one little boss man. And you got to know who's who. Jose says, called the Customer Delight Learn that my graduate course. Yes. And what I truly would do, and I got really good at this, is assessing my class, asking questions. And then when I realized somebody had an expert knowledge in a subject matter, I would get them to help me teach the class. Puff them up, make them feel good. Wow, Jimmy, so you have a lot of knowledge in forklift safety. So let's talk about that. Something's wrong with my dog. So I would try to get Timmy or Jimmy to help with this. And, so you just kind of got to figure out your audience. If you got a student who likes to, think they're smarter than everybody else, you kind of work around that and do this and that. I doubt if my street's going to get wet. Why? If it's raining out. I doubt if my street's going to get wet. Oh, it's not going to rain enough to get wet? I got you. So you're just getting a light drizzle. So, but yeah, that's what we do. We make people feel good. And there's ways that you can shut people down and do things like that. But the key is when we watch a YouTube video, don't we want to feel good? Or do we prefer to be pissed off? Now on YouTube, I think most people prefer to be pissed off. They want to watch the things that make them mad. Or maybe we want to watch the train wreck on YouTube, right? So that's kind of what we're doing on YouTube, is watching the train wreck. And I think that's what YouTube is a train wreck. Is what gets the most views. It is a train wreck. I'm worried about my dog. So I'm distracted because I'm watching my dog. She's obviously in pain. I told you we took her to the vet on Monday, This is Daisy, the one with the heart failure, because she's having physical issues. She's in a lot of pain. And what we've come up with that we think at the Christmas party and the Halloween party when all this started, that some of the little kids were beating on her back. So at the Christmas party, we found the little kids beating on her back, and I stopped them, but it was too late. And the vet doesn't think there's anything major wrong, but we got her on prednisone to try to get the inflammation down. But she's been doing really well until just the last little bit, and it looks like she's back in pain and can barely move again. So we're not supposed to give her the pain medicine, the doctor said, just the prednisone. And man, but she's been doing pretty good since Monday. So I gotta kind of watch her a little bit, guys. So she just went outside to go to the bathroom, but we don't know where for sure if that was the cause of what's going on. But the doctor didn't sense any tumors, didn't feel like anything structurally was wrong. Yeah, and that's what happens, Tim. What the doctor told us, and maybe you heard this, but if this is their body, well, this is already rigid. But wiener dogs, when they don't feel good, they tighten up every muscle around their chest, their neck, all the way through their abdomen, their back, to their butt. They tighten everything up really tight when they're hurting to protect themselves. And that's what she's doing. And I think the pain reliever that we've been giving her that belonged to Lily, the other dog, had a little bit of muscle relaxer in it, I think. And because she would be better in about 15 minutes. But right now she's struggling. But earlier in the day, she wasn't struggling. Come here. Come here. Come here. Here, I'll show you. You okay, Daisy? So you can tell she's in pain. You okay? See how she has her head depressed and down? It's all right. How cold is it? Soul Linder want to know how cold it is up there in the Dakotas? Lay down. Good girl. So I'm going to sit here and massage her neck and back. I'm going to give her a massage, Tim. I don't know if I should give her a muscle relaxer because she's on the prednisone, but I'm gonna give her a massage while I'm sitting here. So how cold is it in the Dakotas? 30 in Ohio. It's 27 here. What's the temp in the Philippines there? 39 Celsius here today. So that puts it about what, 90 degrees? How come you guys just can't use the degrees? Man, you Australians. Later, y'all. Have a good weekend. Got to go to Austin Airport and pick up the Otis at midnight. Wow. Have fun. Merry Christmas. And stay in touch and be safe going to the airport. Soul Linder says it's -5 below, but it feels like -18. Yes. Jose says, adios. Craig says 103. Holy shit. Why is it so hot there? You have, wow. I was watching a 29 Celsius there, so pretty hot there too. I was watching a show on Prime that shot in Tasmania. And I guess I never really thought about it, but I guess Tasmania gets pretty cold, right? During the winter there. I guess I never really thought about it. I always kind of thought about it as a warm place, but it looks like this place is nice and cold in their winter months. So I've been watching a show from there on Prime, I think is where it is. Yeah, it's 37 here. Sorry, 27 here, and it's just too cold for me. Craig Perry summer, smoke haze and fires. Wow. Are they grass fires, forest fires? Do they got them under control? Do we need to send Oprah Winfrey over to Australia to help with the wildfires like she did in Hawaii? You know, maybe she can come over and help. You know, make people feel better about the wildfires. You know, 28 for Marine down and Parledale, Tim. Okay, 28. Wow, so about the same temp. You know, it is kind of weird, but it's nice to go through Christmas when it's warm. You know, we've had many of warm Christmases in Florida and other places, the Philippines, and I really enjoy a warm Christmas. I have no qualms of sitting at Christmas time in 80 degrees weather, going, gee, sure do wish it would snow. No, not me, friends, not me at all. Um, man, I if Florida wasn't so damn expensive to live in, that's where we would be. Brush fires, wildfires, national park about 50 kilometers away from us. The wind changed direction, no drama. All right. And I'm tempted to give my dog a pain pill, but he said not to do it. Man, I'm really tempted to give her a pain pill. I'm going to feed her in a little bit. Tim says, I hope it isn't smoky when I go to Canada in the dry season. Yes. In Churchill, Manitoba, it's negative 14. Feels like negative 35. Yeah, that's crazy. My dog's not feeling good, but I don't know. I'm going to have to do something different with her. Hopefully, because we've never let her go and be in pain without giving her a little bit of a pain medicine. So I don't know what to do. Maybe I can give her a baby aspirin. Maybe a baby aspirin would help. Sorry, I'm distracted with my doggy. You know, you got to give her medicine at midnight. So she gets she gets her round of medicine at noon and midnight. So um, I don't know. A little stress over Daisy there. So but yeah, I don't like cold. Don't like it at all. But yeah, sorry about that. Drama, drama, drama. We don't even have a lot of drama going on around here these days. America seems to be pretty calm. Let me check something here. Yeah, I think we're forecasted to be in the 60s on Christmas. But like I was saying earlier, today's the 20th. So we got to go to the grocery store this weekend and we got to find that seafood. So Lorelai and our Filipino friends that are coming over, they got food to eat. Maybe I'm going to make cornbread. Should I make cornbread? Uh, maybe I'll make some cornbread for myself. Well, we were able to, Tim, we were able to, because I take baby aspirin and I was able to buy it. It was hard to find. We had to go to different pharmacies and finally one of them had got a box of them and I bought the whole box. I don't remember how much they were, but yes, we were able to find it without a prescription. Soul Linder says, Father Linder says hello. Just send him a message to tell you, Dave. Thank you. Tell him we all say hello back. Very nice of him to think of us. So, Tim, we were able to find it, but it wasn't the easiest thing. And of course, we called it a baby aspirin. And I had to remember it's like an 81 or an 82 milligram. And then what's weird is, here we buy a jar full of them. There they were individually packaged in little packs. So I guess they're not used the way they're in America. In America, we get in a jar, we take them every day. I don't know exactly how they're administered in the Philippines, but it seemed to be much different than how we do it here, which is fine, perfectly fine. What do they call those? A pill pack or a bubble pack or whatever you call that you push and the pill comes out. So, but yeah, so I bought the whole box, but it was still only like 40 or 50 aspirin, and I take one a day. So, so we found them there. We did. I think they were, I remember now. They were 10 cents each, 10 American cents each, whatever that translates to pesos. I just remember them being a dime each. But we were definitely finding it. We found them at one of the pharmacies, like a Robinson's pharmacy, I think. But we had to check several pharmacies to get it. The good thing is when we left America, our heart doctor gave me a crap load of heart medicine to take with me. So we didn't run out of heart medicine, luckily. But it's crazy, though. And you guys that came in late, you guys all saw that Bama Nolan had a heart attack today. He's out of the hospital, but he's out of the hospital. I mean, he's out of danger, I guess. He's in the hospital flirting with the girls, the nurses, but he had a heart attack today. Most of theirs in the single, yeah. There's a term for those. I can't remember. There's actually an industry term for those, and I can't remember what it is. Maybe pill packs. I don't know, but there's a term they use. But to me, a baby aspirin or an 81 milligram aspirin was just kind of weird, where we couldn't get a jar. So, but we buy them, the big jar here in America, and I go through them. So, because I take one every day. Maybe I need to start giving my dog one. Double Rose 22 is back in the house saying, hello, any fin possible. I visited your channel and watched the video in a short. I like, commented, and connected the right way. Yes, and they connect the right way. Kindly connect back after 24 hours if possible. Thank you in advance. Yes. Great channel. They do things correctly. And I like the fact that they remind us that we need to do this correctly. Pony Boy, blister packs. Thank you, Pony Boy. That's it exactly. Blister packs. Yes. Thank you. It would have took me all day to figure that one out, and I would have beat myself in the head trying to figure that one out. Blister packs. But I just found that weird that you had the 81 or 82, whatever they are, 81s in blister packs. So, but you guys, if you haven't visited Double Rose, you guys need to do that. We appreciate their channel. Pony Boy, it's good to have you in the house. Thank you for the thumbs up. We hope that you've liked, subscribed, and shared our channel and hit that alert bell. Everybody in the background, we want to give a big shout out and a thanks to everybody who's supporting our fund for feeding the poor people in the Philippines. Double Rose says I'm naturally funny. Well, I don't know. I'm naturally handsome. Now, I can say that. I don't know about funny, but I do come with quite a bit of charm. So, so we love you. Thank you. Kind words will get you everything. Sucking up to me will get you everything. That's why we like going glamping, going on fancy vacations. When you're nice to me, you get everything. Tell me how great I am, and I'll buy you anything you want. So It's real simple. I'm easy, man. If you're good to me and nice to me, man, I'm a happy camper. You're a handsome and funny. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Linder is dropping their link for that. 4 away from 440 subscribers. So they're trying to get to their 1,000 mark, and I'm trying to get to 4,000. We appreciate you, Double Rose. We do. And I know you guys are helping us get to the 4,000 mark. I'm running out of time. My goal is 4,000 subscribers. I'm at 3,600 and a few by the end of January. So I got to do a lot between now and the end of January. But as I keep telling you, a goal is something that's difficult to achieve. If it's easy to achieve, then it's just a chore or a task. So I put my goal out there, and I know it's going to be hard, but with all of y'all's help, I can get there. Tim says, I am easy but not cheap. Hell, Tim, I'm cheap and easy. Look, all you got to do is buy me a hamburger. I don't know. I'm cheap. Flattery goes a long ways in my world. So I am. Yes, we totally agree with you. And I'm sure they're referencing the setting goals. And so they have multiple channels. They do really good. They got a big following. They got a lot of men flirting with them on their channel. So you guys got to be aware that they get a lot of men going, woohoo, baby. So I never get that Double Rose. I don't get any of the cat calls and things. The flirtations. I don't get those. So I think it's humorous. See you guys. He's funny. Double Rose, we appreciate you, and we'll see you down the road here without question. So, but yeah, I'm easy and cheap, cheap and easy and cheap. However you want to say it, I'm good. I'm good with it. I am. But got 20 thumbs up tonight. We're doing great. So, all right, it's almost 8:30 at nighttime. So I think it's time for us to start wrapping this up. Plus, I need to do some things around the house tonight. And I need to check on my doggy. I don't know. I just don't know what to do with my dog. I'm really worried. I don't even bother telling my girlfriend what foods to bring me when she visits. Well, that's, thank you for 21 likes. Thank you. That's what we need. Well, Tim, why would you? Just tell the girlfriend will figure it out. Women are smarter than we are. Just understand that. I hope my wife can't hear me say that. But women are smarter than we are. So, whatever. It's kind of like whatever. At least the girlfriend comes over and then she probably goes, oh, how did this house get so dirty? Well, what do you mean, how did it get so dirty? I know. Bye, all. Have a great Christmas, everybody. Craig, we appreciate you. We will see you soon, my friend. Merry Christmas to you, too, and say hello to the family from us. But we appreciate everybody. Thank you all for being here tonight. My girlfriend knows what I eat. Yes. So you don't got to tell her. She's smart. She made notes. Boyfriend likes da-da-da-da. Boyfriend likes fish eyeball soup. That's, yeah. Yeah, they know. They're smart. My wife knows what I like to eat. She just won't let me eat it because it's bad for me. What do you do with that? What do you do with that? Thanks for having me tonight, Soul Linder. Absolutely, Tim. We appreciate you. Double Rose, we appreciate you. Craig, appreciate you. Everybody that's been in the house tonight. All of our good friends, good people, good supporters, appreciate y'all. Ken, everybody who's still in the background there. Everybody take good care. And we appreciate you once again. And we will see you guys maybe tomorrow sometime. I don't have a clue what we're doing for the weekend, but it may wind up doing a pop-up in the morning. So everybody take care for now. Oh, Double Rose says because she loves you. So that's love? You can't have that pizza. It's bad for you. Wouldn't you like to have 2 pieces of pizza? You know. All right, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Take care. Double rose, everybody. Good night, and we will see you tomorrow.